see on the ground, or is that a different bird? It's a different bird on the other side of the ridge. Daniel and I started on the ridge over there. Heard we think 3 birds over here, so stood there, listened to them calling 4 or 5 times. Decided it was better to cut all the way around. Cut down this logged road, then to go through the valley and make a lot of noise. And I always like the high ground, especially turkey hunting, so get on this ridge top, ease down in here. If they're down, they haven't went too far. Hear one gobble, see if we can't get in that bubble, make something happen. Don't go on that side you're looking. If we go to the corner, let's get over here somewhere in the timber. Tell me. Are you on him? Are you on him? Yeah. Hey. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go look at this thing.
I knew there was another around somewhere.
That was a hunt. We're calm down a second and tell you a story, but started way back yonder, went over there. These birds seem hotter. Come to them, set up back there 100 yards. It wasn't working just right. Let them drift off, swung around, put it down. Man, this was an awesome hunt this morning. Great tom. Early enough season, not all beat up yet. We're gonna reposition just a little bit, and I'll tell you all about the hunt. It's the third morning of Missouri's turkey season, about 7:30 or so in the morning, and Daniel and I had a great hunt. Now, the first morning I took Ray, it was windy and, not great. We heard a few birds, not much, did not get on a bird. And the second morning yesterday was extremely windy. Daniel and I got close a little bit, but they just weren't working well, not much gobbling. But this morning was a bluebird day. Turkey hunters, we love these bluebird days. about 58 or so when the sun come up this morning. Not much wind, full sunshine, beautiful sunrise, and right off the bat, we heard a natural owl and a turkey hammer on it. It was on the opposite ridge of us, so we listened there quite a while, kind of repositioned a little bit, and heard 3 toms on the ridge we're on. Decided to get in the tracker, circle all the way back around, and started off going back down the ridge that way. Wasn't hearing much when 2 toms started firing up back behind us. I stood there listening to those toms, knowing there were 3 toms in front of us, but these toms were hot. Daniel and I talked and said I'd rather have a hot tom that's further away than 3 that are quiet in front of us. We come up this way a little bit, got where we thought they were close, and one fired off less than 100 yards away. We knew there were 2 toms, but one fired off about 100 yards away. We think these are the same toms Daniel and I saw yesterday afternoon. 2 toms that just wouldn't come in. The weather wasn't great. They were acting a little funny. That was a field hunt. And those field turkeys can stay out there quite a ways. Circled behind us, went on out into the field. This morning we knew we were in their bubble, so we set up the first time. I called just a little bit. Boy, they gobbled, but we're flaring way off. Knew that setup wasn't good. This is an important thing. So I just let them drift on off, let them get where we knew they couldn't see us, but still could hear them clearly, packed up and repositioned to a better spot. We were just off the field about 30 yards or so, thinking, boy, we can bottleneck them or to cut the corner of that field because the green cover is getting pretty tall out in there. They're gonna walk the edge of the field. It wasn't long after a call or so, here they come. I had a big oak in front of me and I heard Daniel say, I see him. I just had to beat on the edge of that oak. That first bird come through, and when I had a shot, Daniel would be behind a tree. Even though we're setting shoulder to shoulder, I think it's hard for some folks to understand the hunter can have a view and the cameraman not, even just a couple of feet apart. Played that game and I was just about to drop the hammer. I knew Daniel would have a view and he said, no, the bird on the left or something like that. I eased back around, saw this bird. Daniel said he had a clear shot. Now this is how you have confidence in your gun. I'm shooting a Winchester SXP, little 20 gauge pump. And when Daniel was clear, that head, you can't see this because again, my eyes, not the camera lens, but that turkey's head was just an inch or 2 around the tree from me. But those pellets don't matter. Only the pellets in line with the head matter. Held that fast fire right on there, pulled the trigger, and started flopping instantly. Wasn't much flopping because that pattern was right on. There's a gazillion turkey hunts filmed. I filmed them, everyone has great turkey hunts. That's awesome. To me, at this season of life, knowing that where that food plot was scrub cedars years ago, and we created that food plot that made that bottleneck that worked this morning and fed these turkeys through time, not only the forage, but the insects out there. We felled cedars right behind us. Those toms are probably hanging in here because hens love to nest in those felled cedars. I think about all the stuff we've done through time. We've burned right here, burned over right there multiple times. All the stuff we've done to create this turkey habitat. And that's the habitat part. It takes twofold to have a morning. We heard, I think, 6 different toms this morning early on. We removed, as we just showed in an episode, 132 nest predators from the Proving Grounds 2. So 132 predators. That may not impact this turkey this year, but we've removed 100 plus last couple of years. That let this 2-year-old bird be hatched successfully, make it through without being knocked off by a mammalian predator. That doesn't count all the owls and hawks and snakes eating eggs and stuff like that. To get this population where we can have really exciting, successful hunts. Daniel's got a couple tags in his pocket. I got another tag that starts next Monday. We may drift off to some other states also. Man, what a great morning, beautiful sunrise. I hope something we shared this morning helps you. Maybe it's leaving a bird you think is closer to go to one that sounds like it's more active, it's gobbling more. Or maybe it's doing some habitat improvement work and trapping so you and your family can have great hunts in the future. Those sunrises this morning, they don't happen just by chance. We all know deep down in our heart that there's a creator. And that creator, well, he wants a relationship with us. We just need to seek him, seek his will, and apply it to our lives. Thanks for watching Growing Deer.